Okay, hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to some more Cold War Iron Curtain. Again, this is a mod for Hearts of Iron 4. There's a affiliate link down in the description if you want to pick up Hearts of Iron 4, along with down there a link to the mod if you already own Hearts of Iron 4 but you want to get the mod and you don't already have it. Okay, we are at 49% world tension. We have successfully taken over Turkey and gotten the Turkish Straits, which is great. Successfully won the Korean War for North Korea. And so now we're just sort of waiting really for the next big thing. Okay. Portugal this time has decided to stay a republic, although they are sort of heading down the fascist line potentially. Do any of these result in plus to fascism? No? Unless that does, but I don't know. And it says it has no effect. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't, because apparently none of these result in fascism gain, but it is sort of the fascist line, it seems like. But whatever. We do know that Finland is going fascist, so that'll be interesting to see how that all pans out for them. Who can I annex now? Yes. Let's get rid of Turkey. Who has some divisions that I want to get rid of because I don't care for their crappy divisions. And they had a small navy. Let's get rid of that as well. What are you doing? Okay, you're going American alignment. You're going down... What does this tree lead to? Oh, nothing. But okay, you are heading... You're abolishing military ranks. I don't know why you would do that. It leads nowhere, so there's no requirement to do it. I would never do that one. Decreases base stability, and you lose some army experience. No, it's stupid, China. Oh, you want Chinese economic aid. Oh, but you can apparently also get mine, because that makes perfect sense. You can double dip, apparently. Who's next to potentially getting annexed? Looks like Latvia. Oh no, Azerbaijan. Latvia. We'll annex them and then we'll, I think, sort of hold off on the annexing our socialist republics. Because most of these guys actually have national focuses that would give them factories. Either with Stalin or with Khrushchev, depending. What's the US doing? Fall of the Chinese... Ooh, okay, what is this going to do now? Okay. They are going to go... and apparently... be buddy-buddy with the Republic of China. They are not abandoning... the Republic of China in favor of the People's Republic. Though it is a little late. They've already lost the war. This does really nothing for you. Well, we'll see how that all works out for them. We will probably be going to war with Finland at some point, since they've decided they want to go fascist. I mean, if they went monarchist, I'd have been okay. But if they're going to go fascist, they're going to get invaded. Oh, Republic of Indonesia doesn't want my leases anymore, apparently, or license production, rather. So eventually, Japan will be independent again. And when that happens, don't know when they get that though. Don't know if it's a national focus for them or if they just kinda get it at some point. Not a big fan of Mongolia having a border conflict, especially since they're going to do nothing about it. It's physically impossible for them to win. I could then lease them, but what would it do? Oh, North Korea doesn't want my license production either. You are seeking closer ties with North Korea. And for whatever reason, they can get both of these, which I don't think makes any sense. And I really need to annex them before they get to embrace democracy. Because if they get that, then they become free. Just magically. Which, personally, I think is BS. So that reminds me, I should probably actually be kicking this stuff up towards the top. Anyone down here that I want to... No, I'm not going to do that. Anyone down here I want to try and stage a coup in. Preferably somebody with very little stability. Because the less stability, the better. You're at 100%. And I think you'll stay at that pretty much until Batista comes to power. Iceland? You grant military access. Might be useful to get you on my side. Though the reality is you'd get invaded pretty much right away. Don't think there's anything I really want to do here. What is it that gives me the... I know something gives me mechanized airborne. Ah, damn it. Okay, it's you, the BMD. Okay. Leave that be then. Let's see. I'm not using self-propelled AA anymore because it's just another thing to produce and I don't care to deal with that. You know what? Yeah, screw it. We'll try and get over to the ballistic missiles. So we can actually put, well, probably not ICBMs, but ballistic missiles of some type on our subs, because that's going to be our entire fleet. We're not going to bother with a surface fleet. I don't care for utility. I specifically want the cargo helicopters. What are you doing? Let's see. Damn. Okay, you went real neutrality. Was kinda hoping you would go what the people want, because then we could get a communist Netherlands, or excuse me, Belgium, not the Netherlands. Although, what are you doing? You haven't made a decision yet. Then I say we boost relations, because maybe then you'll be inclined to go for Soviet alignment. The Soviet Netherlands, or well, Communist Netherlands rather, could be helpful. Especially if you decide to ever fortify this stuff, and I don't know if you actually have anything to fortify your border. Air defense. No, actually, it looks like you may not have anything. For that, okay. I won't complain about that. It'll make breaking through your country a whole hell of a lot easier. Wow, okay, apparently you guys have no Marxists. Is there anything I want to do here? I don't really care for the ship designer. Although, actually... yeah, actually it might be worthwhile getting you. If we're going to go with ballistic missile subs, you'll help out. One, in just researching subs in general, but also making our ballistic subs better. Okay, you're making a truce with them. But that does grant Maoism support in Thailand. Okay, because, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and I guess China could kick off the Korean War if they wanted to? I've never seen anybody but North Korea do it. Okay, and then you go for a one China policy. Which means you're going to go for liberation of Tibet and annex them. You'll probably go for the autonomous, with quotes around it. And go the route of a war with India. Because that's typically what you tend to do. Not always, but it's typically what you end up doing. That, I think, was, yeah, rockets. Is there anything that I'd rather research? Because otherwise I'm going to research more nuclear reactors. Well, I suppose getting better transport planes will be useful for the inevitable African revolutions that will occur. Make it a bit easier to support them. I just need to have one ally down there that I can get military access with. But I first have to wait for them to break apart. Three years for that, 4 years for that, a year for the trucks. Ooh, okay, wow. We're going to be waiting quite a while for the main battle tanks at current production levels. Luckily, I don't think we're at max. No, not yet. So we have a little bit of leeway to get a bit more. Okay, I'm just waiting for the political power to do that. I won't get that though. Not unless I go and research like literally anything else. Romeo is almost 2 years out, so we'll hold off on that. Get magnetic core memory. I think we'll go for Jumpstart Baltic and Balkans industry, because that'll give them most factories, at least from the looks of it. And let's just get the game up to max speed. What's our manpower looking like compared to... Yeah, still a ways out there. It'll get up there eventually, though. It always does. Now, Ireland isn't a NATO member. Do they ever have the opportunity? No, they have the generic tree, so they can never join NATO. Or at least never get the NATO member national spirit. They can still technically join NATO. Nope, just gonna hold off on that. Don't care for the rest of this stuff right now. I need to check something real quick. Okay, I should have about another year before Stalin dies. I should be able to finish this up, all of it, in theory. But the industry is more important to me than the expand nuclear program. So we're going to go for, yeah, that. Wonderful. Now, anything else I want to go and research? Suppose I can research hybrid propelled rockets. It's slightly ahead of time, and there's really nothing else I'd rather research, so sure. And besides, it's useful. It gets us a -1 to research time. Get about 100 more for that. Egypt, you're independent. You have 8% Marxist support or popularity. I kind of wish you had gone down Soviet alignment, to be honest. But I think I'm going to want to make you communist. Because that would benefit me quite a bit. It would give me a launching point for supporting coups in Africa. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and boost Marxist popularity in Egypt. Yeah, sure, Romania, you can have that. I'll get it back later. Wonderful. Jumpstart Baltic and Balkan industry. What are you doing, Italy? I've seen you go fascist before. So I'm really curious. Yeah, we'll annex you. Just give me a second. It doesn't look like you've really touched this tree. Oh, well, no, the 1953 election hasn't even occurred yet. That's probably why. It should happen after that, in theory, I guess. Now, Azerbaijan, welcome. Lots of oil for us. We already have quite a bit of oil, but hey. You never have too much. Now we just continue trying to get Mongolia to flip. So you don't have to deal with them becoming free. Luckily, they appear to have gotten distracted. No, game, I can't do any AI stuff. I don't know why you keep giving me the damn decision notification. Mongolia is now a puppet. That is almost 6 years out. Well, actually, yeah, 7 years out, whatever. Yeah, let's go and get titanium alloys, sure. We'll never need that. I've never had problems with steel or aluminum. So, it's just something to research, really. For us, I got nothing better for it to do, although it does lead to tungsten, which I do actually have problems with a lot of the times. Because, as it turns out, mass-producing tons of tanks takes up a lot of tungsten. Eastern European stimulus package. And now what? I got nothing. 140 days for that. 73 for dive bombing. Could be useful. Or I can go and get better nuclear reactors, which would eventually get me down to theoretical nuclear fusion reactors for research time. Which is useful, so screw it, we'll go for that. It'll take forever to get to, though. Okay, now that's ahead of time. We're not going to actually build any of that stuff, though. Let's get better strategic bombers. You know, I don't really need strategic bombers if I want to drop nukes. Because I'm pretty sure in this mod it does also take into account... it doesn't show... yes, it does. It says strategic bomber, but I'm pretty sure that ICBMs are labeled as strategic bombers as far as the game is concerned for dropping nukes. So you can either use them as like conventional missiles or as nuclear missiles. So you don't really need strategic bombers, I don't think, but screw it. Just to be on the safe side, we don't want to be too far behind. Just on the off chance I'm wrong. Kazakhstan is basically just a wasteland. It has literally nothing there, apparently. Which I think is a lie. I'm pretty sure it does have stuff. It's just not really worth it. Yeah, they got stuff. The game just, apparently, our intelligence is so bad about a puppet of ours that the game says they have nothing. Doesn't seem right. They have military factories. They definitely have civilian factories. But the game is claiming they have none. And the Olympic Games. Finland, for the past week, has dozens of athletes come to show off their ability in summer sports. Helsinki was selected to host the 1940 Games of the 12th Olympiad, after Tokyo could no longer host it because of World War II. Even then, Helsinki could not host it after that due to World War II reaching them, and the 1940 Summer Olympics was cancelled. The United States came in first place with 76, USSR followed with 71, in second place in Hungary, and third with 42 medals. Let's just count Hungary's medals as ours. Why not? They're a puppet of ours. Melbourne, Australia is the next one. It would be a shame if... Wow, they got a sizable socialist popularity there. But that doesn't really benefit us. They need to be Marxist if you want to be able to do anything at all. How are you doing? You're at 18%. Not quite ready to stage a coup. Now, you have a generic tree too, huh? Yes. Oh, well, not quite actually. It's not fully generic. You actually do have some stuff. Did I miss it? Ah. Okay. Egypt also apparently does have some stuff unique to them. And they could attempt to go down the route of joining the Warsaw Pact in the future. Okay, maybe we won't stage a coup in Egypt. We'll just boost their communist popularity so that they'll hopefully decide to go the communist route. Let's Let's get Belarus. Now we're not going to want to annex Belarus though, because they have another national focus under Khrushchev that gives them some stuff. Could get a Chief of Navy, don't care to get a Chief of Navy right now. But if I'm going to get anybody, it's going to be the convoy rating efficiency, because that's purely what our Navy is going to be designed around. So let's just go and hide that. How are you doing? Still doing nothing. Surprised that border conflict hasn't ended yet. They're supposed to last, what, a year? Yeah, I guess it hasn't been a year yet. I don't know when it happened. I wasn't paying too much attention. No, Austria is not alive. I do have the option to release them as a so-called neutral Australia, but that ain't gonna happen, just for the simple fact that I don't want a neutral. I don't know why I said Australia. I meant Austria. I don't want a neutral Austria. And Khrushchev has the option to release a communist Austria, so we're going to hold off for Austria until we have Khrushchev. It's about another year. I think it's March 53. And finally, the Ukraine. And then I guess we'll get the nuclear program thing. Maybe. $137 days. Screw it. We'll get dive bombing, I guess. Oh, and there we go. They have gone fascist. But, do I want to lower my DEFCON level to 3? It would be matching the US, which starts at DEFCON 3 for whatever reason. That would allow me to justify a war goal on Finland, or I can just wait for somebody to spark a war, which will inevitably happen. Somebody. What are you doing now? You're still going down that route, but that's not going to spark a war. China, liberation of Tibet. Yeah, that'll spark a war, alright. That should kick up world tension, hopefully to 50%, and then I can declare war on Finland. Because apparently they've decided it's in their best interest to go fascist. Hello? You guys. I don't really need you on the Yugoslav border. But you come over here. And you get on the Finnish border. We just wait for China to go to war with Tibet. And I know they're going to do it because Tibet has no friends. There it is. Instantly go to war. No, we're not going to make war propaganda against the PRC. No reason to do that. Oh, 50%. Quick. Okay, game, come on. No, no, damn it. Justify war goal, conquer. I really don't care where. Because we're not going to annex them, we're just going to puppet. It'll be a little bit nicer to them. I just need a reason to go to war. Now, what do I want to get? We're not going to go and do further purges. Let's go ahead and get the Soviet Socialist patriotism. Screw it. It has the potential to be useful. Yes, let's question Finnish sovereignty. Hey, they're the ones that decided to go fascist, so we have to question their ability to make good decisions. Although taking over Finland is going to be a bit of a pain because of all these damn lakes. It's going to break our lines. Let's get this. I want to get the decryption and encryption stuff. Also, I should probably go ahead and start stationing troops up here. Or, not troops, but aircraft. Set one to air superiority, the other to ground support, and we just wait. Oh no, in fact, actually, yeah, we have a whole event chain that goes along the lines of Stalin thinks the Jews are poisoning him. Although I never go down this street, because to be honest, it's just a bunch of bad decisions. So, why? I mean, I guess this far left side is okay, but the rest of it, terrible decision to go down. Let's go ahead and improve our land doctrines. %26 there. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to mute my mic for a little while. What is this Nordic Council thing you're doing? And why? Why would Norway, Sweden, and Denmark want to join something with a fascist Finland? May. Okay, May of this year we'll be able to go towards Finland. Assuming the game doesn't decide to crash, because sometimes this mod's unstable, but normally it's okay. Yep, okay, they went the route of autonomous. Oh no, they actually went the legit autonomous Tibet. I'm surprised. Because now they can't go to war with India. And China, like 90% of the times when I've played this, goes to war with India. Okay. Yeah, you do you, China. You're deciding to mix things up a little bit. Yet again, nothing good to research. Actually, wait, no. Better AA. And let's expand the gulags for that sweet construction speed. We're still, what is that, like 5 years out for having all of the MBTs we need. And that is at max production right now. Ooh, Arab Federation of Iraq goes to war with Israel. Is Israel already guaranteed? No. Wait, what? I feel like that's a bit of a weird way of handling this. Arab Federation of Iraq and Jordan. That is separate from Iraq. Okay. Okay, no, but they are allied with Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Okay, whatever. That's the way the mods decided to handle that conflict, apparently. I think we'll stay out of it. I got no reason to support either side, really. And I haven't seen this happen before, so I'm curious how it's going to end. Will the game just force the white peace? Or can the Arabs actually win? Although, maybe send an attaché. Just so I can get... Oh, never mind. I didn't even read that. They were going to say no. I shouldn't have bothered clicking to send it. March. I think it's March when Stalin dies. Or maybe it's just a mean time to happen sometime in 1953. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, it is March. Okay, Stalin is dead. And now we have the choice of either going historical and getting Khrushchev, or going ahistorical with two people whose national focus trees I have no idea what they look like. Yeah, I'm just going to go with Khrushchev because I know what his looks like. And it opens up some doors for things that I want to do. First things first. Okay, now that's the stuff that's the same across everybody. Where is Warsaw Pact? Here Here it is. So I need to do that first. Oh. Don't know why the bot decided to... Let's see. Yeah. No, let's see. Can I reverse Nightbot's decision to be stupid? Doesn't look like it. That's... Wow, okay. You do you, Nightbot, but apparently I'm not allowed to tell you no. I'm fine with that. So, whatever. Yeah, wow. Nightbot was a little overzealous there. It even went back and deleted messages. Clearly I'm gonna have to fine-tune its settings. Yeah, but now we have Khrushchev, and we can have a Cuban Missile Crisis. Well, assuming Cuba for once finally decides to go Marxist. They've never done it when I played this. I don't know why. Batista always comes to power, but for some reason, I've never seen Cuba with either of the two options for a Marxist government. They have two choices. They can either go with, assuming it's on here right now. Maybe it doesn't show up until Batista's in power. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't show up until Batista's in power. They have two Castros that they can go with. There's Fidel and another Castro whose name is escaping me right now. Do I want to go and boost party popularity and just sort of force Cuba to go Marxist? Because otherwise they may not do it. Again, that's been my experience. They don't typically go Marxist for whatever reason. They either stay literally anything else, or they go Trotsky. Yeah, screw it. We'll go and boost party popularity. Maybe for once they'll finally decide to go Marxist. Because sadly this event chain requires them to be Marxist. Specifically for that national focus. All the other ones I can complete without them being Marxist. But I need both of these to do the Cuban Missile Crisis. And it's weird that they don't go Marxist. What with me playing with the historical AI national focuses turned on. I can have you go... Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Release Communist Austria. And we'll be going down this tree first so I can get to the Warsaw Pact. Make sure that I'm the leader. If I don't do it, it'll get formed magically at some point. But I think one of my puppets somehow is able to become the leader, because that makes perfect sense. So we're sort of going to beeline for forming the Warsaw Pact. Iran and Afghanistan are at war. Which one's more Marxist? Afghanistan. But I still don't really care. So we're going to stay out of that. Oh, Nightbot. I really need to fine-tune your settings. Now Nightbot's just spamming. Oh, what's this? Ah, our justification for Finland. Yes, let's do that. First things first. Select a new research. Sure. Direct ground support. You know, I have no idea why it actually has the name specifically Warsaw Pact. I've never researched it, mostly because I just never really cared. But I'm sure there's a reason for it. You're not guaranteed, which is great. Nobody decided to come to the aid of fascist Finland. What the hell is that? Is that a bear with wings? Or no, I think that's a guy riding a bear. Oh, that is a wonderful symbol for fascist Finland. Now I need to call you in so I can actually use all of my forces. And the rest of you stay out, because I don't want your... Rest of you stay out. I don't want your support. Oh. Well, Israel doesn't exist. Oh boy. Doesn't really affect us. I'm sorry, what? Now, why would you do that? Why did Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the Arab Federation decide, you know what? Let's have those random people up in Scandinavia that the USSR just declared war on join us? Because now I have to move these troops to the Iraq border. Because I'm probably going to have to invade Iraq. Or are they going to be smart and stay out? Oh, no. Nope. The Arab Federation has joined, but Iraq itself hasn't. No, okay, there's Iraq. Okay, Iraq is joined. Yep, that... Oh, God. Well, it's more puppets, I guess. And there's Saudi Arabia. Well, that's a lot of oil. I guess you can't complain about the oil we'll now have control over. Close our economy, and the U.S. is going to have a bit of a hard time with its oil resources. Actually, well, no. How much oil does the U.S. produce here? Oh. No, never mind. They're not going to have any problems. Let's slow this down to 4 speed, since we're fighting a war on 2 fronts. Now, so long as nobody... like the UK or France decides to get involved, we'll be A-okay. I'm really hoping none of them decide to get involved, and I don't think they will. Go, kill those guys. Continue your push. Why aren't you guys pushing? You guys are literally set to be aggressive, and you're not pushing. So... I'll just force you to push, I guess. How are we doing down here? Pretty good. No, 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 no. I need you to sit on that border so that they don't come behind us. This is a really fucked up world where Scandinavia is allied with Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and the Arab Federation. But I'm still not the one who's generated the most world tension. One of you go there. One of you go there. And I want you to go there. Can you support that push? No, you cannot. And I don't actually have anybody down here helping. We should change that. I want you guys to focus on air superiority. I'll get another set of aircraft down there to deal with ground support. There's Baghdad. We're about to get Basra. Ooh. No. Oh, never mind. Damn. I was hoping you guys could get to that airfield. There's Iraq. Now we have to invade. God, that's gonna be a pain. Okay, who's the bigger deal? Is the question. Oh, look at that. The US is sending volunteers to Saudi Arabia and the Arab Federation. Thanks, guys. Who has more troops? Saudi Arabia. Not too surprised by that, to be honest. So how about you guys go ahead and we take over Saudi Arabia first. Oh, US also sent troops to Finland. Oh yeah, you guys are still infantry. Yeah, I still need to correct that. You guys shouldn't be infantry. I'm just lacking the troops. Or, well, the supplies, rather. Stay there. I don't need a break in the line. God, our lines are all kinds of fucked up here. But not surprised by that. It always happens when I invade Finland. Finland capitulates. Wonderful. Oh, and that gets rid of all the US troops as well. Okay, now I need you guys to finish off taking all that stuff. And then I don't know what to do with you. I guess I could send you to down here. I need the support. You take Basra. You take this. Half of you guys go here. We're gonna try and swoop in behind these guys. Need you guys to hold them there. Don't need you to win. I just need you to hold them. Because that's a lot of troops we can surround. Potentially. Finland will probably just get puppeted because I don't want to kick world tension up to 100%. Same with these guys down here in the Middle East. Wow. 13% world tension just because Finland capitulated. Were they really that important? You guys sit on the, I guess, Swedish border. Why not? Okay, now you guys, let's take out Saudi Arabia first. Just beeline straight down there. What's Syria? Oh, Syria became Marxist. Oh god, what happened? Uprising in East Germany. Oh. Okay, that's fine. East Germany should be able to deal with that. Assuming the social democracy East Germany doesn't join a faction. Please don't join a faction. Oh, oh, yes, yes, oh my god. We need to surround those guys. You go there. Oh, damn it, no, never mind, there's a naval base there. I won't be able to... Ah. No, we're gonna be friendly with China this time. World tension's getting a little too high, a little too quickly. Ooh. Maybe you guys don't sit up there, actually. It's not like Sweden will ever invade us, right? No. You guys join that. Thank you. Fuck. East Germany joins the Arabs and... Oh my god. And Finland. Why? Why would you do that? What could ever possibly compel you to do that? I want you to beeline for taking that. That'll force... No, no, go there. Quickly. Before those guys get there. Ooh. Wonderful. Okay, these guys are being forced away from the port. Oh, never mind. Don't go there. Okay, there's East Germany. And because they never joined... Wait, what? Oh, okay, never mind. These are the factories I'm taking over. I want you guys to focus on making more main battle tanks, I guess. Why not? How are we doing up here? Are you guys actually... You guys are pushing. There is literally no reason to do that, but okay. You guys go up there. Once we take this, Saudi Arabia will surrender. World tension will probably kick up to 100%. Oh no. Really? You're not done yet. Okay, no, now you're done. There we go. Took you a little while. 91%. Exactly what we wanted. Not really. This is not going to plan at all. You guys back those guys up. And... Come on. Game. I know you're going to be a pain about this, but you're going to let me grab my Air Force and send them down here to back up our troops. Maybe. Kind of lagging there. You get in there as well. And I would love for you to go to Tel Aviv. Although I guess don't take that route. Take the route that doesn't involve running into a... What is that? Heavy tanks? Nope, nope, never mind. You're gonna have to stop there, my friend. Oh. Well, that's fine. We can leave that there. Yeah, after this stream I'm gonna adjust Nightbot. It's talking a little too much. No. What the hell are you guys doing? You guys, go there, back hold those positions. Thank you very much. You go there, cut off supplies to these guys. That is a lot of US divisions that I could surround. I just kind of need to actually whittle them down ever so slowly. Okay, I think if I just get Gaza, these guys will surrender. Oh no, I will have to take Tel Aviv. Can you? No, you guys can't just swoop into Tel Aviv, can you? No, you can't. Iran took 4 states off Afghanistan. I don't know why they didn't take all of Afghanistan. I would, well, with world tension so high, maybe it is better not to annex all of Afghanistan. Oh, damn, I was hoping you guys would take Tel Aviv first, just so that we could surround these guys. And everybody, just attack. I really don't care if it's actually bad for our numbers, if everybody attacks. Let's put some more stuff into our heavy mechanized as well. There we go. And that's the end of that. Now I gotta wait for the game to officially decide that the war has ended. There we go. Finland, welcome to being a puppet. Saudi Arabia, hope you enjoy your stay. Arab Federation, same with you. And Iraq. That'll kick world tension up to basically 180%. Luckily for us, NATO in this mod is a purely defensive faction. It does not form unless you attack somebody that has NATO membership. So we don't really have to worry about anything nearly as much as if this was vanilla. So, in theory, the only other faction that might form is the Sino Pact, because China loves doing that. And we're gonna get a bunch of puppets. Oh no, it only shot it up to, really, only 94%, because I'm pretty sure you were telling me it was going to go up to 179.1. So we now have the Republic of the Arabian Assembly, People's Republic of Iraq, People's Socialist Palestine, as opposed to the non-socialist Palestine, I guess, and the Finnish Democratic Republic. And I think that gave us a bunch of new dockyards that I don't give a crap about. Go sit on the Iranian border. Egypt, don't mind us. You are at... This puts us in a perfect position to stage a coup in Egypt if we feel so inclined in the future. Carlos is still in charge there. We now have a buffer state between us and Sweden. So you guys can go back down there. And now we're missing, I think, more tanks than we were missing before this war. But the extra factories should even it out as time goes on. So China, how do you feel? You're doing more stuff in your industry. It's good for you. We're still trying to do a defensive approach. Because world tension's a little high. I don't really want to go the aggressive approach, which would allow us to invade Albania. But we'll be annexing them peacefully at some point. But we will have to go to war with Yugoslavia in a different fashion now. That would have been useful during the war, guys. And you guys, I guess, support us in Iran if we ever go to war with Iran. I'm sure we will. Oh, do you really think it's a good idea to claim Iraq? Oh, Iran, that is a terrible decision. That is an absolutely terrible decision. I just made them a puppet. If you go to war with them, you're going to war with the USSR. And that means you become a puppet too. Working on defensive approach. Just finished, in fact. But, like I said, we're beelining for forming the Warsaw Pact, so we're not going to propose... Actually, wait, China, did you finish your thing? No, you still have a little ways to go, but what are you going to do next? Let's see. Okay. Because you accepted the Marshall Plan, or the Marshall Mission, rather, you cannot do Sino-Soviet split. So you cannot form the Sino Pact, actually. At least through a national focus. I think you can still form it if you actually get anybody else that wants to join. So we'll invite you to join our faction later. For now, we're going to go ahead and boost communism support in France. And I guess you guys should prepare for a war with Iran, because they've seemingly decided they might want to invade Iraq. Oh yeah, Syria. Do you want to join our faction? World tension's a little high and might be in your best interest. Do you say no? Because somehow this makes sense. Let me pause. They have a minus 500 opinion because they have strategic reasons to ally the Soviet Union. I assume that's supposed to be interpreted as they lack a strategic reason to join or to ally, which doesn't make sense. You're surrounded on basically every side by the USSR or a puppet. The only exception to this is Lebanon. Every other border of yours is the USSR or a puppet. Why don't you want to join? It's in your best interest. Because as it stands right now, if I really want to invade you, I could. No, I don't know what you mean about weaponized corn. How are our tanks? No, about a year out. It's fine, we'll live. Let's go ahead and get encryption, because I don't think anybody has better encryption than us right now. Okay, and you guys are set to get equipment first. A year for our IFVs, another year for our APCs, and a little over 4 years for our tanks. Put more factories on our tanks. Oh, we're not actually producing. Oh, okay. Wow, game. You are terrible at spreading out factories. So all those factories we took during those occupations, during that war, the game, in its infinite wisdom, decided the best way to reorganize the fact that we now have lost those occupied factories was to take away all the factories that were producing AA, AT, multi-role fighters, or strategic bombers. I honestly sometimes have to question the way the game handles things. That's not quite true. America has done stuff, just nothing of real significance. They've sent volunteers to the people we've waged wars with, but that's about it, really. But it's still something. Oh. Wait, what? No. You can't do that, America. You can't aid the Republic of China, go down, finish fall of the Chinese mainland, and then suddenly pop back up to the top and cut off the Republic of China. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Did your leader change? Yeah, it did, but that shouldn't have reset this. But apparently it did. Right, because whatever. America's turning back time, apparently. Any wars going on? Nope. Now, India, do you have the ability to go to war with China? Oh, okay, yep, there we go. Iran has declared war on Iraq. Are we automatically in the war? We are. I'm not going to call in any of our allies. There's no reason to. We're just going to get yet another puppet. This one's defensive. Should be noted. The US can't complain about us defending our puppets. It's true. The US can do stuff. It's just a question of why they don't. And let's get the Blitzkrieg, because apparently we don't know how to Blitzkrieg despite it being 1953. That reminds me the Yellow Army needs to be switched out. Do you not actually have troops? No, you really don't. And you thought it was a good idea to go to war with a puppet of the USSR. Oh, Iran, you are so naive. And because it's, I guess because it's an offensive war, the US isn't even going to support them. They're saying, you made your bid, Iran. Now you get to lie in it. No, we don't need to do any emergency factory conversions. This is Iran. They have somewhere between 8 and 20 troops. We'll be generous. We'll put them at 15. But I think they're closer to 8 based off what I can see here. Can I just tell you to beeline for their new capital? Let's just get this over with quickly. Romania, Greece, I don't need you to come down here. The war is going to end in... Oh, no, now the US sends support. Oh, Yugoslavia. Was that really a good idea? Now you've just brought attention to yourself, and it leads to me potentially wanting to go to war with you. Well, the US is working on an unknown focus, apparently. They have now, I guess, researched encryption. Ah, it was probably that increased encryption standards tech that they researched. Wow, that's a lot of troops. Okay, change of plans. We're gonna have to take care of the north. Because we're gonna have to surround them now down there. I kind of want them to make a breakout, just a little, so they're not sitting right on the port. Because that's a lot of US troops to surround. And if I can surround them, I can kill every single... Never mind. War's over. Welcome, Iran. I don't know why you thought it was in your best interest to go to war with a puppet of mine, but you did. It was a bad decision in hindsight, I'm sure. But, welcome. I guess we can call this the Hotel Moscow? Sure. No, NATO is not formed. In this mod, NATO is entirely defensive. As a result of that, certain nations can complete a national focus that gives them NATO membership as a national spirit. If I go to war with anybody with that national spirit, NATO gets formed. Otherwise, NATO doesn't exist. So if I play my cards right, I don't have to worry about NATO. In hindsight, because of the way that works, it's kind of easy to exploit this. I guess we can go sit on the border with Pakistan, because why not? Oh, what are you doing, North Vietnam? I was about to say North Korea, although I am curious what North Korea is doing as well. You are not doing anything of significance, apparently. What about you, North Korea? I wish I could see what national focuses you've completed, but I can't. Okay. Interesting. They could potentially have a change in government, depending on what decision they decide to go down. Ah, it's understandable that it bothers you. Shortly before Iran decided to go full retard and declare war on our puppet, they had actually finished a war against Afghanistan, and for some reason, they only took 4 states, rather than the entirety of Afghanistan. I don't know why. I could finish the job for them, but to be honest, world tension's kind of high. I think we're sort of gonna try and sit in the back, relax. Oh yes. Let's build radar stations all along Saudi Arabia. And I want overlapping radars. Oh, we can get some stuff in the Mediterranean as well, because why not? Okay, Pakistan is still a puppet of the UK, so I don't actually need to sit on that border, really, because The UK is not going to go to war with me. I'm like 99% certain of that. Oh, they're also a disarmed nation. That's probably not the best idea, UK. And release communist Austria. Although that'll only be our portion of Austria that goes independent. The West will not give up theirs. India might claim Pakistan. I've seen them go to war in the past, though it's typically Pakistan that declares the war, because I think they have a national focus that does it. Okay, so we're about to experience a sort of almost not really game breaking, but I kind of want to say it is national focus for India. So, as Austria knows, China invaded Tibet. They made Tibet a puppet. Now, India is completing a national focus that would make China's puppeted Tibet into a puppet of India. I wonder if the game's actually going to let that happen, or is it just going to say, ha ha, India, you can't do that. What are you going to do, game? Also, I'm not going to actually look at India, because if I'm clicked on it, I half expect the game to crash. Are you? No, you're still not independent. Wow, Japan, you're taking your sweet ass time. There. Which one of these is it that gives you the whole invade? Yeah, there you go. Invade for Kashmir gives an annex war goal for India, which is a little extreme, to be honest. And let's kick up to full speed, because we're sort of in that lull of waiting for interesting stuff to happen. The game let it happen. The game let China's puppet Tibet magically switch sides to being India's puppet. Great job, game. That national focus should not be able to be completed if Tibet is a puppet of anybody. But the game let it happen. So, China literally wasted a war against Tibet. Yeah, I don't know when it is actually that Japan's able to gain its independence. I know it happens eventually. They stop being a major non-NATO ally of the US. But I don't know when that happens. Not sure if it's an event or a national focus for either them or the US, but somebody gets it eventually. This was already a weird timeline, though, when we installed communism in Greece, Turkey, and then Finland went fascist with a party symbol of a guy riding a bear. I guess they wanted to be Putin before Putin existed. I guess. They said that's going to be our party symbol. It's going to be famous in the future. And how are you doing? 18%. I mean, we could stage a coup in France just for the hell of it. Let's see. I don't plan to ever do naval invasions, so I think we'll forget about those for now. Let's see, anything I want to research here? Not really. I mean, we're at that point where a lot of stuff is ahead of time. Oh, I got Greece at the start of the game. At the start of this mod, Greece is in the middle of the Greek Civil War between Provisional Democratic Greece and the Kingdom of Greece. Provisional Democratic Greece is communist. And so at the start of the game, you have the option to intervene and support Provisional Democratic Greece. We did, because why wouldn't we? And then we went to Turkey and we broke Turkey up. And then we annexed a little bit of it that remained. So that's how we got Greece and most of Turkey. Eventually I should probably sit down and annex Greece. But, nah. We'll hold off on that. That seems about right, Austria. And there is the Austrian Democratic Republic. I was about to say Democratic Common Form, which would have made no sense whatsoever. That's the name of our faction. Next, we're going to infiltrate the American Civil War movement, but I need to step away for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, you know what, let's kick the music up just a little bit so it's not so damn quiet. Oh, actually. Oh! When did that happen? Okay, apparently Egypt decided to give up the eastern, the little peninsula east of the Suez to the People's Socialist Palestine. So, yeah. This now puts us in a perfect position to intervene in the inevitable Suez crisis. Is that the right flag for you? Oh, no. Wow, okay, I'm seeing Kuwait's flag. Who is still a puppet, damn. Now, I'm hopeful Iraq won't drag me into a war with the UK. They have the opportunity to go to war for somewhere on here. For Kuwait. Okay, they can request it peacefully, I guess. Demand it. Or I think actually try to take it. Okay, now when are we gonna have... When does Africa start to fall apart? It's in the 50s. I know that. Algeria is gonna attempt to gain its independence in 54. That war in this mod is entirely unrealistic, and that's mostly as a result of Hoi not supporting the idea of an insurgency. So France is just sort of going to walk all over the Algerians when they attempt to gain their independence. Although they'll still gain their independence through magic eventually. Oh yes, I was improving relations with you. Did you ever decide to go down the communist side? No, you went neutral. Why? Why didn't you go communist? We could have had fun times, Netherlands. You could have invaded Germany. Something I'm sure you've always dreamed of. You just may not know it yet. The only way you'll get the rest of Austria back is if I go to war with the US, UK, and France. Because I don't think they have the option to give up their stuff to a communist Austria. The only other option to have a united Austria that was communist was to, at the start, under Stalin, propose the Austrian unification and then stage a coup. But then we would have ended up with an independent communist Austria rather than a puppet communist Austria. Good question about Cuba. What are they doing? Carlos is still in charge. This has me wondering when Batista comes to power. I really have to go and check that. When does he come to power? 55. Okay. We're gonna have to wait till 1955 for Batista to come to power. Well, Texas, we only infiltrated. I mean, there was a little bit of it already. We just said, here's an extra push, demand all these extra things as well. Oh, Italy. Are you... You have a lot of fascist support. Wow, that is a lot of fascist support. Are you gonna go fascist? You've done it before, and I find it hilarious when you go fascist. Because in a personal game, they're the only member of NATO. Because NATO somehow formed as an actual faction, but the only person in it is Italy, and they're fascist. It's funny to me, it really is. Oh well, whatever. Let's go ahead and fund communist support in Denmark. The German solution. Why do I not like the sound of that? Where the hell is that? Freedom of Democracy. Okay, it's not under there. God, I wish I could zoom out. I really do. I have no idea where in their tree it is. Is it over here? No. Okay. Ah, here it is. Okay, no, it's nothing too extreme. But then they are given the opportunity to either say East Germany is real, or is the real Germany, or West Germany is the real Germany. Sweden, I just want to remind you, You have a communist Finland on your borders who's a puppet of the USSR. Do you want to risk pissing me off by saying West Germany is the real Germany? Make your decision wisely, because it might result in a possible invasion. Also, Sweden apparently condemned Israel. I find that hilarious. It's a slow process funding these communist revolutionaries. What are you doing? Oh, that is perfect. Sweden made the right decision. They're saying East Germany is the real Germany. You know, Austria, that is a good question. Italy really did get off fairly easy after World War II. They didn't get divided in two like Germany did. That is interesting. Somebody will have to research that. I'm assuming it's just because after the invasion, Mussolini was killed by the mob, or well, by a mob rather. Maybe that's why they got off easy. I don't know. That is a good question, actually. Either way, they're going to get Marxist eventually. Or fascist. If they go fascist, they get invaded. It's that simple. That's a long ways out. Is there anything better to research? Anything at all? Doesn't look like it. Well, I could actually go for the better subs. Yes, let's get the better subs, because I want to go and try and start getting ballistic missile subs. Okay, Austria. When I inevitably end up in a war with the West, especially since it actually does have a foreign claim on it, I will give Austria South Tyrol? I don't know how it's pronounced. I really don't. But they'll get it back. Sure, why not? Sounds like a plan. Oh. Republic of Colombia declared war on Republic of Colombia. How does that, which one is which? Okay, we have Mariano here, who leads a conservative Republic of Colombia, and Alfonso here, who leads a progressive, although with a lot of Marxist support behind it, Republic of Colombia. We can send volunteers, and I think we will. Yeah, you guys have a lot of Marxist support, so you know what? Because of that, we will support you, although I will have to take, apparently, some people out. You have crap supply there, so I'm gonna probably want infantry, because we're not quite in a position to probably send armored vehicles there. Oh, that reminds me, I need to... God, this is a mess already. This is what happens when you peacefully annex people. I wish the game would not do this. I don't need the templates of people that or puppets that I annex. Oh, you have logistics there, okay. You have logistics as well. Okay, never mind. You all have... Okay, never mind. I will be taking you. You guys should be able to do this, and they do actually own a port, so we should be okay. All of these guys are crap. Let's get a new commander. Inflexible strategist. You're not that great, but you're kind of better than the other guy, really. Only barely. So, progressive, although with a lot of Marxist support behind it, Republic of Colombia. We will help you, Alfonso. Yeah, no, you can't have an American Civil War, although I can boost popularity and start a Civil War. It's just not like a Civil War Part 2 kind of thing. When are these guys going to arrive? January 31st. Wonderful. Oh. Oh no, you don't own a port. I should have looked. I remember them owning a port over here before. But maybe that happens later. So we just sent tanks to somebody who has no way to resupply them outside of their capital of Bogota. This was a terrible decision. We should have gone with the infantry like I originally said. So, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put you guys here. I'm going to tell you to spearhead for that port, because we're going to need it. No. Damn it, game. You're getting all kinds of confused. Go. Beeline for that. Is the US supporting... No, US is not supporting Mariano. Poor Mariano, he's not even getting US support. Italy. Nah, you can go and try and become communist. Let's also slow down just a little. Why are you guys struggling so damn much? You can do better than that. I know you can. There you go. I want half of you to go finish those guys off. If you don't mind. Rest of you. Go ahead and take, what is that? Ah, I can't see it because the guy's on top. Oh well. There we go. Progressive Colombia will be happy for our assistance. Apparently they're not happy that I generate a lot of world tension. They'll get over it. Otherwise, they might just get a coup. What's the UK doing? Free and fair economy? Oh, they've decided they no longer want to be a disarmed nation. They have now boosted their conscription. I can't wait until I have 50 million manpower. That should happen sometime in the 60s. Although I guess it would speed up if I actually raised my conscription to extensive. I mean, plus 10% training time isn't life or death. But we don't really need 50 million manpower. Unless we went to war with China. And we're kind of trying to avoid that. All things considered. When are these guys going to be back? March 7th. What's Pakistan doing? Okay. Could support a coup. Here we go, they're back. Wonderful. You guys go get back together with your actual army. So, we kind of went the defensive approach for our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So, the idea is we'll be friendly with China. I don't know if that'll actually be true, though. I can invite them to my faction with this national focus. They'll probably say no. Though I do want to say this. Khrushchev will eventually be told to take a hike, with his replacement being Brezhnev. I believe that happens in 63. In this mod, though, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, actually, historically. But Brezhnev's tree is actually broken. So we're going to actually eventually, I think, have a Soviet civil war that occurs, because we're not going to give up. We're not going to resign as Khrushchev, because I'm not going to play as somebody whose national focus tree doesn't function. And there's our Warsaw Pact. Yeah, I think that is the way China will react when we offer them to join. Also, I don't like that they're completing a national focus called Captured Soviet Tanks. Could you, oh, I don't know, return my captured tanks? Thank you very much. Also, actually, what kind of crap did the game give us? I forgot. Okay, apparently we have 1.8 thousand fighters sitting in storage, but I can only delete 17 P-47s. I'm gonna have to give up some of this stuff to our puppets, I think, to get rid of it. Because I don't want a lot of these prop planes. So Kazakhstan, how do you feel? Oh, I can't give them to you. Wow. Yeah, okay. So I have a bunch of fighters that I can't get rid of. I can deploy them. If I actually go sit down and try and deploy... I have a bunch of prop planes, but no way of getting rid of them. Oh, are you wondering what time it is in my time zone, Austria? It's almost 11:50 at night. So I want to go ahead and jump up to press censorship 5 for the power gain. It is beneficial. We do lose 20 stability, although we can easily make that up. I've never had a problem, but I just don't think we've completed the national focuses for all that yet. So we'll hold off, since I've been beelining for the Warsaw Pact. Okay, did your fascist support just grow? Yes, it did. You have a national spirit, path of tradition. I'm sorry. Italy, do you think it is tradition for you to be fascist? Is that really what you think? Will that get rid of your NATO membership, national spirit? Because if it does, you might just get a surprise invasion. Oh, did you get anything special for... No, it doesn't look like you did. That does remind me. Nope, wrong one. These buttons look exactly the same. You. Set technology. Okay, I can't set your technology focus. Germany. I can't do it for you either. Somebody. Poland. Does it only work for you? No, it's not working for you either. Hungary? I want to set this... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay, that's just setting them to do a tech focus anyway. I want you guys to do that. Do a tech focus. Research techs for me, so that they can be sped up for me. You don't need to worry about protecting yourselves. I will do it for you. It looks like it doesn't work for all of you. Oh, no. Czechoslovakia, I'm sorry. You can't have that democratic influence stuff. Now that is so weird that you decided you're going to get democratic influences while actually being sort of towing the party line. What the hell happened? That's what. I'm sorry, Czechoslovakia. How far are you from being able to be annexed exactly? Oh, you're a long ways. I wouldn't be able to do it. Damn. Okay. Oh, Czechoslovakia. Why'd you have to do that? You're gonna join NATO. Do you really want to do that? In that case, I'm pulling my troops out of your borders. I don't know why you're doing that. There's no reason. Oh well. Czechoslovakia is going to become independent, and they're going to join NATO, which is annoying. Because I don't want them in NATO. Are we still having problems with this stuff? There's the Warsaw Pact. Today we all gather in Warsaw, Poland to reaffirm our desire for, yes, this mod needs a little bit of English proofreading, an establishment of a collective European security-based alliance irrespective of our social or political systems. The Cold War has gotten worse over the years. You don't say. We've had a war against Finland that resulted in them joining a royal pact between Palestine, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Because somehow that made perfect sense. Either way, the common form is dead. Long live the Warsaw Pact. And yes, we're going to join the Warsaw Pact. And for whatever reason, Romania isn't... I'm sorry, Romania. How are you not my puppet anymore? I'm sorry to disappoint you, Greater Israel. Palestine kind of invaded you and took you over. And then I got into a war with them and took them over. Sadly, I can't quite intervene in Czechoslovakia at this point. If I had noticed sooner, I might have been able to do something about it. Now that that has been completed, let's go ahead and let's go down this far left tree. Yes. Formation of the Warsaw Pact. I need to get another event telling me that it exists now. Do I have anything that does anything about Kazakhstan? Because if not, I think I'm going to take them over now. Doesn't look like it. Okay, we're going to start taking over these guys. Because that is manpower. And, well, really, it's just manpower that I care about. Move you all to the top, and then move those guys back up to the top. Actually, now that I think about it, why did I invite you? I shouldn't have invited... I shouldn't have invited, actually, Romania to join. I should have invaded them. I should have justified a war goal, invaded, repuppeted them. I don't know how they became independent. The game never told me. I guess it happened because of the Warsaw Pact, but they've been my puppet in the past when I formed the Warsaw Pact. So I don't know how they became independent. None of these should have resulted in them gaining independence. Nope, that's what it was. International independence. Okay, they rejected our planning. That's why. I would have loved an event for that. I'm going to be honest with you, game. And you're kind of making me regret giving you Bukovina and Moldova. You're still my puppet. Do I have anything that does anything about Bulgaria? Yes. Okay. We'll leave Bulgaria for now. There we go. We got encryption and new submarines. They're not yellow, for anyone curious. Let's see, what do I want to research now? Long ways out for the AK. Well, for a better AK, rather. Not too far out for a T-62. Or better AT guns. Admittedly, we're not making any AT guns right now. Let's move all that stuff up to the top. China, reverse engineering. What does that do for you? Gives you a research bonus to armor, infantry, and support artillery, which is just artillery. There we go. Decryption. What's the US doing? Developing Taiwanese industry. So, oh wait, never mind. This is a different tree entirely. I thought this all was connected, but never mind. Okay. How did I not notice that before? Oh well. So, they cut off the Republic of China, but they're still supporting the Republic of China. The Korean War didn't last long enough for them to do anything here. Let's see. I want them to go end of colonization. That would be great. Yeah, okay. We'll see what the US decides to do, but now I can actually see what they've completed, which is great. And let's go ahead. It's going to take it just under a year, but let's get the Gulf class ballistic submarine. And we'll build some. they just won't do anything for a while. Who is this? Ah. Turkmenistan, which is a weird name. Also, let's move their stuff to the bottom because I don't need it at the top anymore. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do anything in Iran. At least right now. Kazakhstan, yes, wonderful. Ukrainian workers. Okay, now I got a bunch of stuff that I need to move to the bottom again. Whoops, some of those stuff I actually want at the top. That looks like it's in Uzbek. Yeah. There we go, that should be fine. Okay, yeah. I think I might go ahead and stage a coup in Egypt, considering they're sitting at 45% support. Where do I want it to take place, though? That's a terrible idea there. El Alamein would have it be surrounded. New Valley would mean no supplies. So the only real good spot is there. It's fairly sizable, but no port. But it does at least have a city to provide some supplies. As long as we can beeline for Alexandria with minimal resistance, we can fairly easily get supplies. Let's go ahead and support a coup in Egypt. Thailand, Republic of Indonesia. Wait, was the US gonna do something about Indonesia? Oh, damn it, now they have better encryption again, so I can't see. I didn't see anything about a coup happening in Indonesia, but I know they have a national focus that creates one. Almost got all our APCs, and we're about another year out till we get our main battle tanks. Uzbek is a very weird design. Well, now we won't have to see it. Okay, I think I'll be ending this stream in just a little bit. I think I'll wait till we finish this national focus. Unless something major pops up. Okay, so now Italy is appeasing the monarchists. So are they going to go fascist or monarchist? I guess we'll see. Because all these result in them becoming monarchist. And world tension has dropped down from 90-something%, which is great. Oh, what is this? Finland is offering to purchase former territory. They would gain this. No, actually, they wouldn't gain this. Really, that's not a part of it. Interesting. Ah, okay. I see what they would get. They would get the Karelo-Finnish Soviet Socialist Republic, basically. Outside of a, looks like just one place, one state. In exchange, I would gain some factories. If I say no, Finland, who's a puppet of mine, gets an annex war goal against me? Can they even use that? They're a puppet. I want to say no. They'd have to gain independence first. And I'm not going to let that happen. I should probably go ahead and just move to start annexing you, to be honest. So let's build up your infrastructure. And I think we'll agree to the sale, because we'll just be getting it all back anyway. So sure, you can have that stuff. Assuming that actually works. I'll let the month tick by, because it hasn't given it to them. No, it literally just did not give it to them. Don't know why. I'm going to assume that that is a result of them being a puppet. That they don't gain that stuff. In theory, I could still return the territory to them if I wanted to. But why would I do that? And Japan still has MacArthur in charge. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this stream. I will... Oh, what? Finland's flag? Yeah, it's kind of crap. In fact, I gotta check something. Because that is an interesting... That flag makes me think of something else. I don't know what, though. But whatever. I don't know what. Damn it, now it has me wondering. Okay, it's the Communist Party of Finland. That is their actual flag. Or their actual symbol. And then they just took part of it, removed their name and the number of when they were founded. That is a very lazy flag. I'm gonna be honest. And it's 1954 and they're deciding now to condemn the Nazis. Yeah. Still weird that condemn the Nazis is under the fascist area, but I guess it's under our own fascism. I need to annex you guys before you go fascist again, because I think it's going to happen. You're still gaining fascist support, aren't you? Yeah. Our Finnish puppet could potentially go and be fascist again. We need to annex them quickly. But that's going to be it for this stream. I will see you all probably next week, because the only time of the week that I can really stream is typically Friday and Saturday. Yeah. So I'll probably be streaming this again on the 23rd potentially. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so next part, our next stream, we will be actually finishing that coup in Egypt and annexing more of our puppets. While we wait for, honestly, I really need France to hurry up and engage in decolonization. Like, what's taking them so damn long? But it'll happen, and when it does, we'll have a bunch of new communist nations popping up in Africa, because we're going to be supporting coups like there's no tomorrow. But yes, like I said, I'll see you all next time. But until then, a goodbye and farewell.